Hello and welcome to the channel. And I am as happy as can be. I finally got my Musty, that's the name of the brand, utility tub sink. Some call it a laundry sink. It's a wall mounted unit. I finally got it installed and I love it. It's so nice. Let's quickly cross off some questions. 23 inches wide, 23 and about 23 and a half long, and the height of it, if I measure from there to there, is 16 deep, 16 and just a bit, 16 and an eighth or so deep. And like I said, it is wall mounted, so it comes with a metal cleat that gets installed on the wall, and then the back of the top part of the sink here has the other part of the cleat that just sits in. The cleat's about 16 inches or so, I think. Don't quote me on that. Wide. It's got several mounting holes, and it comes with lag bolts for wood or concrete application, which is really nice. And then the part I'm not too crazy about is these plastic side panels. They just fold in and go in place. I've noticed that a lot of these utility sinks have that same mechanism, and that's what keeps it away from the wall. And then underneath, that's screwed into your drywall. I just didn't bother painting. There's no water damage or anything. That's just old paint from where the old sink was, and I just put the new sink on top. I will paint around here. So the sink itself is made out of I can't even tell what this is. This is like a really good, very, as you can see, very thick, a good half inch or so. Yeah, exactly half inch thick plastic. And it's almost like it's not fiberglass, I don't think. I think it's just like a really good thick plastic. Super sturdy. This is like really nice. And I know they make several different grades of this, and I think this is the thicker one. Link in the description again. It does not come with the faucet, and it actually doesn't even come pre-drilled. You got to drill it yourself. So I used my hole saw, and I marked, and I was very careful, and I did everything right this time. It also doesn't come with any of the plumbing for your P-trap, so you need to do that. But it does obviously come. Actually, yeah, that's it. It doesn't come with anything else. Just the tub itself is all you get, and these plastic sides, and you do get a drain plug. Here's my drain plug. That's it. And it is, actually the drain plug is not all that great, because if you push too hard, it will go like all the way in. But you just really need to just barely set it on top there, and that's it. So it's a little heavy, but nothing crazy. You want to get a nice sturdy feel from it. It is very deep. As you can tell, I've mounted mine quite high because I have some other stuff to contend with. I got my dryer vent for my laundry that comes out of the same location. But for me, this is actually pretty perfect height. When I reach my arm out, this is kind of really nicely within reach for me, and I'm able to work here. I picked up the faucet from Home Depot. This is a Moen faucet, and I really, really like this, mostly because it comes with this mechanism. I might do a review of that separately. But if you're considering a wall-mounted sink that doesn't have any legs down here, and is nice and very, very sturdy and hefty, you probably won't be able to do much better than this. I absolutely am thrilled that I bought this. And another thing I really like about it is it has this about 3/4, almost an inch tall backsplash there. And that's a huge deal, because you don't want water to get behind there, and it will not in this case. The way it gets mounted, it stays nice and sturdy. I didn't have the ideal mounting surfaces, and it still worked out really well for me. I didn't even have like studs in a way that I could, I've got, if I were to take off the sink, which I really can't now, but there's a plate that goes from about here to here. And ideally, you'd want a lag bolt here, maybe one here and here, or at least two at the very ends. I was only able to put a lag bolt here about, and then one here. That's where my studs were, weird enough. But man, it is nice and sturdy. It is not going anywhere. Again, I'm super happy with it. I would give it 5 stars easily. Super great product. No nonsense at all. Super thick. You can feel the build quality of this thing right away. If you've been looking for a wall-mounted sink, utility sink, and this depth works for you, and these dimensions work for you, look no further. Spend the money, get it. I'll leave a link in the description. If you have any other questions, happy to answer them.